Now we have those coupons for the senior citizens. Now that's really nice, to where that they can run down here, and the thought behind it is to help the farmers. You know, the farmers work so hard. I tell you what, I don't really think I want to be a farmer right now. But if that was my profession, it'd be okay. But really, I have sympathy for the farmers, because sometimes they don't really get paid the way they should. Yeah. I haven't been over here for a while, but you know what? It brings tears, because I know how myself and the neighborhood, the kids got along so well. There was so much beauty that went through these doors. Helping those little kids pick out their candy, and they'd bring them over to the counter and we would count it. And they were so excited because it was little penny candy. And I was too. The judge knew that I was not guilty. This paper proves it. And what it says, please be advised that I represent Opal Covey. See, I had a lawyer. She has asked me to ask you to return her birds, animals, and property that you and other persons associated with the Toledo Humane Society removed from her business premises on Thursday, August the 14th, 1997, or institute legal action against her. I made them institute legal action. They would not return my animals because that would get them in a lot of trouble, because they stole my animals. There was no cruelty against them. And so, therefore, they went on ahead, and it took them almost 3 weeks to dream up the charges. And the only charges they could dream up was she wasn't feeding them enough. Now, isn't that sick? None of the animals were beaten or sick or nothing. They could not prove anything. And the only thing that they could come up with is she fed them, she was good to them, but maybe not enough. I was charged on maybe charges guilty of cruelty to animals. That's why I had this loaf of bread out here. Hi, Sugar. Oh, he's going crazy. This is my baby. Let's see if I can get some birds conjured up. I thought of this. See, that Judge Dart said I couldn't feed birds or nothing. And you know, the Lord spoke to me and he said, she's making you commit cruelty, because, you know, God called us to feed the animals. God calls us to feed the hungries. And I used to feed people when I had my store on Facet Street. I used to feed people. And you know, when shelters were closed or whatever, families would come in there hungry, and I took them off my shelf in the grocery store. Yeah, and if they'd come here hungry now, I'd take them, I would give them food. Hungry is my passion. I love to feed people. Come on, sugars, watch them come. They're sitting up there on the wires. Come on, I hope I can get them. There you go. There you go. Come on, sugars. There you go. And you know, I knew 2 years before that, the Lord allowed me to know it by allowing me to feel the handcuffs on my wrist. I would feel handcuffs on my wrist, and I knew that I was going to be jailed 2 years before it happened. This is what the gift of prophecy is. It foretells you what's going to happen and what to expect. You have to go through something to get where you want to go. You don't climb a mountain in a day. It might take you a long time. It took me 15 years to establish that business where it was at. But it took only 2 days for Cardi to tear it down. 2 days. He gave the landlord everything that I had in that building. And that was not the law. When I got that in the mail, he says, and take nothing. I couldn't even take my business papers out of there. That's the way I've been treated. But the thing of it is, the bottom line is, they detected that I was here for good reason. That I was here to destroy their works. You understand what I'm saying? I was here to destroy their evil playhouse. And so therefore, they knew it way back then, and that's why Cardi jumped on me right then. Went just as soon as he could. Here I am loving all of this, caring for all of this, working with my hands till they bled. Actually, my finger would actually bleed. I worked so hard down at the farmer's market in here. But you know what? I don't complain about it all, because everything I did it with love and with respect. And we really accomplished a lot here. I got a lot of friends. They come up to me on the streets and say, I used to work for you, Opal. I'm gonna vote for you, Opal. I say, thank you, thank you. I made so many friends. Of course, there's a lot of enemies, some enemies out there who want to believe the media. They want to believe the media that I was what they said. But you know what? They'll change their minds. I hope someday they'll change their minds. Because deep down in their heart, they know the media is wrong. And they know what the media does and what it's doing to me now. Isn't that enough? How they're keeping me off of their forums. They're keeping me off of their debates. And they're not putting me in the newspaper much. And people ask me, where are you, Opal? I said, I'm running for mayor. And you know, when somebody comes to town that's really needed, we have to call it like it is. The devil wants you to get out, because they want to continue ruling the way they're ruling, robbing you and bribing, taking the bribes and robbing you. And you have been a patsy for all of these mayors and City Hall, and these judges work with the mayors and the inspectors. All of them work together as co-organizers, you know, organized crime, to get what they want. Now it's the time. You're going to be free. You're going to be free, because I don't take bribes. And I even had a sign put up there, get rid of city trash, dump Cardi. Yeah.
Oh boy, you got a little lipstick. The bottom of the tip, yeah.
Right here?
Down. Yeah.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and there's so much to my life, and so much to what I've been through. I gave a prophecy at the end of a debate, and I had to hurry up because they were trying to snuff me out. They've always tried every election to keep my mouth shut. And I was determined I'm going to get that prophecy in. And so I almost yelled it out. I said, if you don't put God on that seat, this city will have destruction, and it will be like Katrina. They didn't understand what I meant. But now you do, don't you? And I'll give you another prophecy. Then, just a few weeks ago, the Lord gave me another understanding. And he said, the reason you didn't become mayor in 2001 and 2005, of course the people weren't ready for you. He said, I had to leave Cardi Finkbeiner in there to destruct you people, so you'd turn to a good government, so you would turn to me. You know, he has put pride upon the city and received a lot of awards and things. But that's not the honest way. The city, we know, is not in those conditions right now. We know we're not looked up to. And we know that this is not the most livable city. Let's face our facts. But it's going to be. And to go and get those awards, sometimes you're just like hiding behind something. Those people don't really know this city like we know it. And we know that it has to improve. And it's not going to be a city of just pride. We're going to have pride in it. And we're going to call it our paradise city, our heavenly city. What more could you want?